Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we got Kimberly and Stacy back to say goodbye to Monogamy, Season 3, Episode 6, which was amazing. It was a great episode. I enjoyed it. I watched it a couple of times just so I can appreciate it. And I gotta say, it's better than some of the stuff we're reviewing right now, which will be our kind of people after this. Then we have to torture through that. But anywho, where do you want to start? Let's start with the one that was predictable, but also intriguing. And that is the fate of our character, Dallas. All right. So Stacy, take a bow. What did you?
I said Dallas is Ambrose, or Ambrose is Dallas. However you want to say.
Who came first? We don't know. We don't know.
What?
But my divine is all he had to say.
That was good writing, though, because I went back season 1. When Dallas first met Deandra, she introduced herself. He said, Deandra, that's a nice name. What does it mean? She said it means divine. Right? Yes. Wow. And then when they were leaving the experiment, she was packing to go back home to her husband. He called her my divine. Season 2, he called her my divine several times. Wow. He would whisper in her ear, my divine, my divine. So that made sense. It was better than that sweet baby shit they tried to pull on Scandal. Because Fitz never called Olivia sweet baby.
That was
not one time.
Wait.
So thank you, Monogamy writers, for tying this shit together.
Singular.
Yes.
Craig Ross making this shit happen. Craig Ross making this shit happen. Doing better than fucking Tyler Perry. Obviously. I mean, I shouldn't have to say that. That should be a given. And fucking do better than Shonda Rhimes, apparently. And whoever's writing that bullshit, our kind of people. But anywho, Kim, what did you think of the big reveal with Ambrose, Dallas, maybe? What you got?
Yeah, I was shocked, actually. I mean, I remember Stacy saying something like that. Like maybe they're gonna change his face and say, that it's really Dallas, but they're gonna change his face. So yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah, and that whole divine thing, I didn't go back like Stacy, but it was a revelation. I thought that was really good writing.
Yeah. See, now I remember once he popped up dead, I remember I said, I was like, they're going Michael Knight with this. Right?
Yeah, you did say that. You kept saying Knight Rider.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like this I did for Michael Long. I was like, I remember that shit. I was like, But I was like, oh, damn it. And they did it. But the reason why you were confused, because you were like, this doesn't make any damn sense. Because if you back it up to episode 1 of this season, you had Sensore and Deandra fighting over damn power of attorney of dying in coma Dallas.
Right.
So somehow they want us to believe that both of these women who are truly committed to this man just said, fuck it. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's not. And they just
was dead.
Huh?
Remember, GeoTrust is an artificial intelligence company. Maybe they transplanted Dallas's consciousness into Ambrose's body, which raises the question, what the fuck did the Ambrose's body come from? Like, is he a cyborg? Is he like some military man that was in
part of a medical experiment? He also got shot in Vegas, and they were like, no. Car accident in Vegas. He was brain dead. GeoTrust.
We gonna go black box on this one?
That's what we doing. We going black box on this. This is all black, right? So they saw that movie and was like, we can take this to the next level, right? So Felicia Rashad is going to be in season 4. And then she's going to be like, after I fucked up my son, I perfected the technology and I joined GeoTrust. And then they helped me. That's what I'm saying. Because there's no physical way they're going to tell us that's Dallas just reconstructed with a new face. You can kiss my black ass.
He's much bigger. He's
much bigger. He's older. This man is my age. I mean, he's an older guy. I mean,
so there's no way they're gonna pull that bullshit. So it's got to be some kind of mental transfer or some craziness. It gotta be.
Which again doesn't make a lot of sense because Dallas is a Captain Save-'em. So there's no way he'll be content as a barista. Like he needs to be out saving.
He's saving that white girl. You don't know his relationship with that white girl.
What I heard it.
What's her name?
He can get to know them by being the barista, and he can save them that way. Like conversation.
Slipping Bill Cosby drinks. That was weird.
Why would
Natalie is the girl that made the drink.
So maybe he picked up Natalie from the whole house, cleaned her up, you know what I'm saying, and then gave her this job. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get some backstory like that in season 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he needs a purpose. He's like a sheepdog or whatever that don't have sheep. Like he needs something to get him from point A to point B or some silly shit. It was awesome. I was like, you better seal this home. Actually, so people in the comments were discussing this very thing, and now they were like, remember, he flirted with Sensore and Dallas, and Deandra. Only those 2 women, which are the only 2 women that Dallas gave the dick to. So I was like, that makes sense. Then that explains why he bought the random ass painting for no reason, why he knew about Sensore's past with her daddy and shit, why he was tracking the website and shit, and the fact that Carson was like, hey guys, the reason we are here is based on something that has to do with maybe the 8th thing. And then immediately Deandra goes out and talks to Amber. I was like, that's a bit much, but I see where you're going with it, to say we don't get confused.
And remember a couple episodes, Sensore asked him, was he married? He was like, yeah. Then he was like, no, not anymore. And then she asked him, are you with the experiment? He's like, no, not in this lifetime. And I was like,
yeah.
See, I was like, that's what makes sense. Also, she asked basic questions, which other characters don't do in the other show we're going to discuss after this. But I was like, also, let's talk. So we got somebody who's dead, come back to life. Let's talk about whose son who's obviously dying, but somehow still alive. And that's Connor. Connor has been
shot?
Yeah, he got shot
by who?
Harvey
in the car, the trunk.
So that was Harvey shooting at him.
Yes. And then he shot back. But
first, press the gun. Like, you don't put people in the trunk and not see if they have a weapon. Harvey already shot him once. You would frisk him.
The man who shot you like a year ago and who you thought was dead, he's fucking Michael Myers. He's Jason Voorhees. Like, he cannot be murdered. Like, you got to shoot him 5 times before you stick him in the trunk, and then shoot him again when you open
shoot
the
him
trunk.
in the head, not
right?
Just the chest.
2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Like, you know, I think we heard this before, but some people just don't listen. Fucking Kanan. Anyway,
Teenagers never do.
Huh?
Teenagers never do.
Or grown ass men apparently, who are supposed to be professional whatever he does.
But he's not a killer, remember? We've heard this several times this series.
But don't push me.
Harvey said, you ain't a killer. He was like, okay.
So for the record, once again, we did not see fucking Harvey actually die, for the record. So this may be some other bullshit.
He really should be dead, though. Connor kept bop, 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 bop. Come on.
But he is instrumental to whatever this FBI investigation of GeoTrust is. So are they going to transport Harvey's consciousness into some other person next season?
What's in the
Connor?
What's in the damn briefcase?
What's in the briefcase? He said, I gave you the fake briefcase, but I gave you the real briefcase because Morgan wanted you to have the fake one. Because remember last week, Harvey was walking out of GeoTrust with that thumb drive. So in which we're assuming that was the critical data that Morgan needed, I guess, because we never actually saw that handoff or even a conversation about it. So we don't know.
It's a ledger with like Bitcoin on it.
Perhaps. So maybe all the data is in Bitcoin. We don't know. That still hasn't been resolved. But to the point, after Connor got shot, he shot into the trunk several times. But fucking Harvey was still alive because he was having a full-blown conversation when fucking Connor pulled him out the trunk. So apparently he didn't hit him, I guess. Maybe because actually he got shot. But then again, Connor has been going the entire day with a gunshot in his belly. That's why he broke up with Sensei, because he's like, I'm bleeding to death right now, so I don't want you to have the pain of losing 2 lovers. I'm assuming that's what he was going for.
Okay, if you dump me or you die, I'm still gonna be fucked up. So it's like, go to the hospital.
Right.
At least you have a chance to live.
Something. Why don't you go to the hospital before you show up to the fucking art gallery thing that we didn't see?
He promised that he would be there.
But I
so if he went to the hospital, he wouldn't be able to go.
He didn't go anyway. What's up, Kim?
I mean, he got there.
I just feel like, didn't Connor break up with her because she still loves Dallas?
No. It was the whole, like, once you know he's dying, it was the whole like, I can't be for you moment. That's what he was going for. He specifically, especially when he said, I'd rather die a king than live a servant, some shit like that, something like that. When he was like, and I was like, so he was trying to do the whole noble thing. Also, let's back up to his motivations for shooting Harvey, shall we? First, it was, hey, you raped your niece, Deandra, right? So that's not okay. I get that. Then he says, well, you also handed over Sensei to a monster, which is why she can't have kids. So let's see if I get this straight. The pimp gets shot in the face. The monster, you get to sit in the room and have coffee with and shit. Like you okay with that? That doesn't make sense.
Not a monster. He's just, has some anger management issues, and he needs love and attention. Okay.
Wow.
If
Connor is a good man. He said himself, he's a one-woman man. He broke up the throuple. Like, listen, he's a good man. He just like chunky bitches every now and then, but who doesn't? Like, I'm just saying.
Okay, Stacey.
I'm just saying, if he's truly gonna put Sensei's, lack of childbearing on the list of why he's murdering people, before he goes, he puts a bullet in Carson. Maybe he don't kill him, but he breaks a leg, he shoots him in the arm, he shoots him in the dick. Something to be like, since she can't have kids, guess what? You ain't gonna have kids, and we'll just call it a day. That's what I'm saying. Carson should have been in the back of that trunk along with Harvey with his penis in his mouth to be like, well, you won't be needing this anytime soon. Whoop. In fact, cut off the penis and stick it in Harvey's mouth to be like, now y'all together. That'd be some Dexter shit. That's season 4. That's where I'm going with season 4. Anyway, I digress. All right. So let's get to Caroline wanting her pussy and eating it too.
Man.
Situation.
Okay.
No, was that too much? Sorry.
That was a little, just a smidge too much.
But not wrong.
Not wrong.
All right. Wrong. So let's talk about special effects just real quick. Just real quick. Because when I was watching, Harvey looked like he got his ass whooped, right? I was like, this is believable. Like, I believe it. He just got his ass whooped. And then I thought about Lulu, and I said, man, that shit was bad. Like, the more I look at this low budget show on ALLBLK, I'm like, man, Power really is shit. Like, because Lulu looked horrible. I was like, they could have did anything better. Now we'll get to Caroline, please.
That's why I thought this was going.
Oh, no, wait. It's a combination, right? She looked ridiculous, but she looked better than Lulu, and that's real.
And how did she heal so quickly? I'm just saying.
What? she
that was fast, right? Her face was
just got her ass whooped.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, how you doing?
Shantae out loud. Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We're glad we provide humor as we try to do. But yeah, I couldn't get past that bullshit makeup. And then I'm like, that fake ass crowd in the back, why are you even doing this? Like, put her in the hotel room, cleaned up in a nice dress or whatever, and then you have the conversation. Don't act like she just got done fighting, because that's not believable in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, how do you, what's your secret? Well, sometimes I believe in the power of 3. Sometimes you just need to, that kind of trifecta, if you will, of just coming together when everything just works out.
Okay.
And then somehow
Coming together. Okay. All right,
That's
then.
how she heals so quickly. It's the
That's-
power of the yoni and the penis just combined.
she was like two great things that go great together.
Some of that facial cream.
Come
Yeah.
on, Kim. Come on, Kim. Let's get into that one. She was like,
Yeah.
how do you keep your skin so smooth?
Carson.
Was like, he's like, Anyway, and then she finds out that they were like, this is cool, but this ain't for me.
I knew that was
Because Carson is a good man.
Oh, let's start with Deandra first. They both got this bullshit, but I will start with Deandra first. Miss, I prefer child molestation rape fantasies. That's what I do. I mean, I can't be doing this whole threesome thing. I got standards, because what would Dallas think? One, Dallas is dead, supposedly. Number two, what do you think Dallas would have said when you wanted to play rape child? I mean, what do you think he would have said then? Then he would have been like, your bitch ass is crazy, and I got to go, because I didn't realize it got
He would have
wild.
been like, I can save her. Because in season 1, she was laying it on thick. She was catering to him. She was cooking for him. And he was like, woman, leave me alone. As soon as he found out that she was molested by her uncle, he was all like, oh, you poor thing. Oh, my divine. This, that, and the other.
He would have been like, girl, let's work out these fantasies. I'm going to help you. I'm going to save you.
That's exactly what he did.
And then we're going to move on to the, torturer. So it's interesting that Carson is going to be like, look here. I'm a one-woman man. I beat several, but I'm a one-woman man in a committed relationship. Don't be looking at me like I got issues. Huh?
They volunteered.
So it's funny you should bring that up, because the commenter said the same thing. They're like, Sensei consented. She did not consent to have her ovaries fucked up.
Absolutely. You know what?
Stacey.
I'm going back to this again. What the fuck did he do to her uterus? 1. And 2, Harvey said he ain't gonna mess up your face or your moneymaker. He did both, because when Dallas found her in that apartment, she was beat to holy crap.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry,
I think that was some other man that did that. It wasn't Carson.
Now that's
Carson wouldn't do that.
That's what we doing. Did you see the woman he had on the ground beat the fuck up? Like, I mean, he beats that ass.
But he didn't promise her that he wouldn't mess up her face. I'm
just saying, it just don't make no damn sense that these are the two people who go, excuse me, I have standards.
I have standards.
And I
can't do it.
You
gotta draw the line somewhere.
No, I don't think Deandra was saying that. I think Deandra is not really into that whole girl on girl thing, like on a continuous basis. Like I think she'll do it, like she did it. Yeah. But you do a little freak move and then you move on, right? It's like, okay, she's not into doing it constantly. Like she doesn't want to be polyamorous with them.
What happens in New Mexico stays in New Mexico.
Right. Exactly. And she's like, that's it, we're done.
But then
I can still be your friend.
Right. But I prefer, penis. Preferably ones that make me feel like might be murdered if I tell it. Like she got a lot of things going on. So I was like then we're gonna get to Maggie.
Now that's evil. That's the damn evil person. That's the monster. Hello.
It's so what really irritated me, and obviously they did it on purpose to be like, did you hear it? Did you hear it? I can't believe what I heard. I'm like, Tyler Perry, stop it.
Don't do that.
Like, stop that shit. Like, if you're going to bring it up that many times, just let us know what it says. I'm not waiting to season 4. How the fuck did Sawyer get a restraining order that fast? Like, that's not how that shit works. And then he texted to her. He's like, hey, babe, can I get my child? Hey, could you read your text messages? Yeah, so.
Something else.
Oh, no. He sent her the audio tape of what she said. I'm sorry. She sent the art. Then he showed her Tyler Perry style. Then he showed her the fucking fully filled out restraining order. You accuse her of murdering her first child. You tell her she cannot be in X amount of feet of her second child. Then fast forward to the end of the episode. You hand her this child as she's screaming at you. Then let her continue to hold the baby as she continues to scream at you. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now, Sawyer? Like, you are a terrible parent. Like, what? This child could be murdered right here in front of you and will be your fault. Like, I didn't understand any of that. Why would you take the child to the thing in the first place? Find a healthcare provider, something, so she's not around said murdering mother. Something. I just would not do that.
I was waiting for Maggie to swing the baby around for real.
For real.
She was gonna try
Damn.
it.
She'd be like, Mama.
She was gonna beat Sawyer with the baby.
And the rubber duck. She would pull out a rubber duck for no damn reason to be like, I'm tired of this fucking duck.
Okay. So I had to go back and watch this shit. Maggie did say that the baby was a couple of months old because she got drunk. And remember when they had that conversation when she was like, I want you to bring my baby back.
Yeah. She
was drunk. And
Yeah.
she said the baby was a couple of months old, but we know that the baby was like a year and some change.
Yeah. 14 months. I think 14 months is what.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, she sees her younger when she's drinking, which, I mean, it connected with season 1. She was drunk when she said it. So I appreciate it. But yeah, I still think she put the baby in the pool. And I low-key laughed like when Carson jumped in the pool to get the doll.
You did?
Did you see that doll? That jumped in the pool.
Oh, because that wasn't a real baby?
No, it was a doll. It was so funny.
So, dude, like, that's what made me mad about this whole scene, too. Obviously, there's no real baby in these scenes, right? So it irritates the fuck out of me when they're like, don't touch the baby. And they got the fake ass crying going on in the background. I'm like, just put the baby somewhere. That fuck is not even real. I'm like, why are you wasting?
No, because you know how you get. You're like, where's that damn baby?
No. If they would have said, I got a child caregiver, I didn't want her to be in this situation. This is grown folks stuff going on, right? Like I put the baby, I would have been totally okay with that. It's like, but what's that baby's name?
Oh, I don't even know.
Exactly. I don't think that
They ever tell us?
Exactly. What is the baby's name? Rashandra Morrison, thank you for joining. Hello. Sean T out loud. Does anyone know that baby's name? It's only referred to as the baby, as the child. I've never heard that baby's name. I know Faith's name. I've never heard that baby's name.
That is true.
Wow.
I was
That's
like,
weird though.
Yeah. I'm like, is the baby named Dallas? Is this gonna be some big reveal? Is the baby in fact Dallas? Like,
no, they already had the discussion. Carson was like, oh. It's not the baby. It still has to be Dallas.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Carson can kiss my ass. Like that whole scene was upsetting the fuck out of me because I'm like, when did this man become an expert on Tibetan philosophy? One, because
he's smart. Okay.
Well, yeah, he seems to be very intelligent. He's a horrible person, but he's very intelligent. He's
the best well-spoken. Yes. I will give him that. But that does not mean that he all of a sudden Googled everything about Tibetan technology. And then everything he said was basically his own perception of all these people. There was
he's the smartest man in the room. Thank you.
He ain't Sherlock Holmes. I'm like, there was no evidence whatsoever for him to be like, well, obviously this is so-and-so. And obviously this is so-and-so. No, to you,
but
this
it
is how
made
you see these people.
Huh? Maggie's made sense with the double faces.
See, I felt that could have been Carson. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde. That easily could have been Carson.
Well, that's true. That's true, because he is Jekyll and Hyde.
Right. And then with the whole rage and logic, I thought about Caroline because she's a fighter, you know what I'm saying? But then she also can get her.
And why aren't y'all criticizing Caroline for beating up Carson all the time? Like, why is she in cuffs?
Oh, that's what we do. Let's not do that. She saved the woman from getting her ass whooped. The last time she punched him out.
She did not save that woman. That woman volunteered.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stacey does not represent us or what's going to do our views on abuse of women. But
about abuse of men? Carson got knocked out twice. Nobody said nothing.
Oh,
Carson should be dead.
Carson should be dead, and Connor should be like, my last act on this earth is bloop. Yeah, and he just dies. Also, no one notices this man bleeding all over himself.
You know what I noticed? He had a lot of sweat on the top.
He was greasy.
That was bad. That was bad makeup. That was bad makeup because he had sweat when he went to go see Sensory at the beginning of the episode, and they were just saying like as his shit's progressing, right, he's getting more and more sweat. But I was like, God damn, you greasy, bruh. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, he's got his products in his hair too. So
yeah,
and are they really in New Mexico? Maybe he's just hot. He's a big dude.
He's a big man, and I'm like, but none of that gets explained. But no one noticed. Hold up. Sensei is a medical professional, right?
And I went back, and when Dallas dumped Sensei, he said, my wife is going to be a doctor and she's going to be more successful than me or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, when did she go to med school?
You right? I don't remember none of that. She is an EMT tech or something. She's in the medical field. My point is, she should know enough medical stuff to know that the man that she loves is bleeding to death. That he's clearly losing blood. He's not coherent. He's slurring his words. Something. But she just sitting there like she don't see nothing because she's too busy being an artist now. I'm like, what? I mean, it didn't make no sense. Oh wait, for me. And I was like, someone needs to notice. But is he just gonna die right there in the chair? I just thought he was just gonna be like, I'm tired, and just be like dead. Then they finally go, no, and they're trying to take care of him. Then Ambrose somehow pops up and it's like, oh, let me help him, my divine. And he's like, wait, are you Dallas? And then they like drop like Connor as he's sent there bleeding to death because all of a sudden they feel Ambrose is actually Dallas, and then that's how it ends or something. I was just like, I just thought that was gonna come up together. It just irritated me that I'm like, he's dying, dude. Like and well, he's doing pretty good. I mean, all day long. That's and where's Morgan? So where's Morgan? So we can get the FBI thing moving forward. Like that would have been cool at some points. I'm looking forward to the next season. I need more solid. Oh, another thing that didn't make any damn sense. Okay, guys, let's all think of one word that describes our feelings here. Yeah. So why is it that all of y'all use it's supposed to be the highs and the lows, but like 6 of them picked the lows, 1 of them picked the high. None of those words even made any kind of damn sense, but somehow Carson's like, I'm gonna put all this together and make a word. And I'm like, stop it. This is fucking ridiculous.
But that word actually came up in season 2.
What?
When
Dallas doing her research. Good girl.
Dallas was the first one to start investigating. He was the first one that found out about GeoTrust. And he said something. And no. So when Carson got that phone call when he was in the bar, and the guy was like, yeah, this is the symbols we get off the server when we hack into the server. He mentioned that word.
Carson did.
I think it was the computer guy.
All right, because like if it's Carson, then that could just be Carson. I'm thinking Carson's like Kaiser Cersei. In the end, he's somehow tied to all this shit. Like he is the mastermind.
I thought it was Dallas at first. And
I thought it was Caroline.
And then when they kept saying that, oh, well, everybody's going to interview Caroline because she's connected to everybody. Yep. But I didn't understand how she was connected to anybody. And then when she was talking to Lady Deandra, she was like, well, me and Sawyer don't have any connection to Uncle Harvey. So why are we here?
Right. Yep.
So at this point, I'm going for Carson. Carson has to be the one that somehow he's been the one putting all this thing together. Like he's the really only. Sawyer. I love Sawyer's like contradiction, right? Because when Carson's explaining all this stuff, Sawyer looks like he's lost as shit. Like he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and just getting on my damn nerve. He sounds like the ignorant most person in the room. But then he turns out to be the smartest person in the room when he's like, listen, guys, you realize this makes no damn sense without the 8th person, right? They're like, oh, you're right. Like, what about that? I'm like, so like, it's like he's dumb enough not to be fooled by what's going on by what Carson's saying. Right? And also they just hate each other, right? Over Maggie and stuff, like, and Caroline. So they already got issues as it is. Mm-hmm. And then it's interesting that Carson, Mr. Woman abuser, I keep on saying rapist, he didn't rape these women. Woman abuser is like, hey, Maggie, I get it. You forgave me for beating women because you killed our kid. I get it, samesies, right? Let's just work this out, right?
That made no sense.
I was like, what is happening right now?
Yep.
Is that what
I
we're
will
doing?
not forsake my wife. I'm gonna stay by my wife. Which begs the question: are they still married? I think all of them are still married.
Bet they are. Not one divorce paper has been sent to anyone.
Nope. Restraining orders.
So we've seen one restraining order. We've seen no divorce papers. That's what
the
makes
cake
no sense.
pop thing, right? Remember, Crazy Lady was making the cake pops.
Yes.
And I was like, well, what's with the cake pops? Season 1, when Carson met, what's his name? The boxer. Remember
Sawyer,
they had
Sawyer.
to meet, the husbands had to meet.
Yeah. Sawyer, yeah.
They ordered boxer dude a cake pop.
So
And he took it home and gave it to Maggie. And Maggie was like, I can't eat this. Because remember, they were like the natural, organic herbs and shit family.
oh, okay.
So she was like, oh, I can't eat this, you know. And he was like, well, I ain't gonna lie, nothing's healthy. But he convinced her to eat it. She was like, oh my God, this is delicious. So she got hooked on cake pops.
Oh.
And he also bought her those puppies. And I went back and watched it. Remember she killed her dog? That bitch crazy. Remember she told that story? She said, my parents wouldn't let the dog sleep with me, so I put it outside and it froze to death.
Yeah.
And then the boxer ended up buying her some puppies, but we never saw them damn puppies ever again.
She killed the dog. Damn.
That bitch crazy.
I'm telling you, that's why she and Carson are perfect for each other. They will murder and beat people for the rest of their
Carson
lives.
has murdered no one. Okay.
I'm saying though, but they're crazy kind of balances out. She's like, he's like, occasionally you may murder a child. I occasionally go out there and beat women, but together we still love each other.
That's not even the same.
He's like, you know what? We both got faults. Let's not be pointing fingers at who beat or killed who. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just got love is love. And then back to Caroline with her description of, they're like, Deandra was like, what kind of relationship? Deandra was like, what kind of relationship are you looking for? She's like, I just not put labels on it. We can talk and we can hang out and we can have sex and we can fuck and we can make love. So basically, you're looking for an orgy with some talking. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Because she really got into the banging piece, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, why couldn't? And then Maggie had to understand that she's finally given Sawyer a baby after she just found out that his last woman aborted his baby. Like, the one thing he will not stand for is for his baby to be taken or murdered, which is even more reason why I'm like, why did you give your baby to this crazy woman after you heard whatever you heard? Oh, know your status. I want to talk about Carson and Sawyer. Like, why is Carson even thinking he's gonna step to Sawyer and physically threaten him to be like, I will end you? I was like, Sawyer will beat the shit out of you while still holding the baby carriage. Like, he won't even have to with one hand will fuck you up because you only beat women. Like, you never actually fought a man. So I think in season 1 or 2, he did step to him and Sawyer beat his ass. Like, I think that already happened, actually.
No, he didn't.
I think he did. All right. I'm just saying, Carson should know.
Stacey would know.
Know your limitations. No, you say, Carson, you're not taking Sawyer. Like, that's just not happening. So I don't know why you're trying to step to him. And Sawyer's being cool about it. Oh, I do remember Sawyer talking shit like, I know how to please your wife. He said something to that effect when they ate that first time.
He probably did.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He did.
And Carson told her, like, your wife likes girls. He's like, huh? What? Huh?
That's right. Yeah, and so that's right. He's like, what? And I know, because I please your wife on the regular. Because everybody else was kind of cool about it, but like when those men got together, he was definitely like, I'm giving it to your wife. I just want you to know that. I got to go now. I was like this.
Then Caroline told Sawyer, well, he fucked me in ways like he mind fucked me. Remember?
That's right. I was like, what is
She's
happening?
like, why aren't you jealous? You must not love me anymore. Yeah.
I was like, I ain't got time for this. I'm too busy fucking Maggie. Like, I ain't got time to be jealous.
And back to Caroline and Carson. Carson said, I will only do what you allow me to do. You say the word, I'll stop. He was gentle. He's not a monster. Now, if Caroline wanted to get choked, he would choke her just gently.
That's what I'm saying. That Deandra and Carson should get together. They would balance each other out.
Like brother and sister when they were sitting there, and I was looking at them. They look too much alike. It's weird. Casting. Like if you go back and look at them, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, casting would make them seem like they're related, but I mean, you know, they may feed into
maybe
Deandra's. Oh, that's where you want to go. I don't think the casting was that smart, but that would be interesting. Maybe that would feed into Deandra's, you know, issues. You know, she'd be like, we kind of like family. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. All right. What about season 4? Kim, do you want a season 4? What do you want to see in it?
Yeah, season 4 would be great. I want to see how this whole Ambrose and Dallas thing, because that kind of flipped everything. Like, I also want to find out how Deandra and Ambrose like work it out. I want to censor I don't know what's going to happen with her. She's kind of all over the place. Connor, we like to know if he's dead, because I feel like he should fall out the chair on his face.
Yeah.
That would she'll do her.
Oh, chest compression that she sits around like, I'll save you. I can't lose another one.
Yeah, she'll stick her finger in the bullet hole to play it up to stop the bleeding.
Oh, you know what? She when Deandra told Sensei, you're the only friend I got here, and she's like, damn, that's bad. I'm like, they're both sit up there trying to save Connor for very different reasons. Like they will be the saddest women characters on this show. They've lost lover after lover once Connor dies. Like I'm like, damn.
I would love to see Maggie go into like get some help. Like instead of Sawyer continuously torturing her with this whole baby thing, I feel like it would be great if he got her put into a mental institution and then she comes out and she's normal. Well, as normal as she can be.
What's up, Stacey?
Prison.
Prison. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's gonna go that far. That's the thing.
You know what?
To protect that baby.
Her husband, which is probably still Carson, could probably commit her, and they both can go to prison.
Who's both?
Carson and Maggie can go to prison.
You can't say that, Stacey.
Has not broken. He's never been arrested for any crimes.
Not yet.
That's because that's
because say I voluntarily beat a bitch. Like she wanted it.
Sensei could have a case.
Statute of limitations. That happened 9 years ago. I went back and watched. It was 9 years ago. Statute of limitations.
Wow. On murder.
And she took the drugs, so she's implicating herself. What murder?
Yeah, she
never killed anybody.
Yeah, she never killed anybody. It wasn't murder. I mean, your ovaries is not the same thing. The statute of limitations.
No. I was talking about Maggie. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Maggie. She's going to jail. She's going to jail. That means she's going to jail. That's what Sawyer was like. If I play the state, then why are you even giving your child to her? Like, listen to yourself, Sawyer. I mean, I was like, that don't mean she would be done. Anyway, before I let her near my child, and I would got her arrested for being that close to the child.
Yeah, and that whole restraining order, that's just the paperwork. That you have to go to court. Trust me, I've had 2. You have to go to court. Yes, I put it out there, but they know who they are.
They know who they are. Oh shit!
But that was just the application. And when you do put the application in, the police are aware of the application, but it has to be stamped by a judge. So you have to go to court.
So it's not enforceable?
Well, it is enforceable, but even when the cops come, they'll tell you the judge has to sign off on it. So it's kind of like, it all depends on what's going on. Like if you have a black eye, right? Okay. They're going to be like, okay, we're going to take you. But if there's nothing really that the police can see, they'll be like, okay, it has to be stamped by a judge. That's why people always say it's just a piece of paper, which it is. Even when the judge stamps, it's just a piece of paper.
Oh. Wow. The more you know. And why do you?
Yeah.
I'm sad we know. But now we know.
Yeah. Oh, and I think one more thing. I think Carson is probably, like you said, he's the one doing GL Trust, because all of that stuff that he said, it was just too in depth and too together. Like it was a lot. And I do understand that he's been researching and stuff, but he's got to be attached to this some kind of way.
Something.
He's like Scott. What is it? Skies of Sose or
yeah. I told you, like all usual suspects. I love that. That was good. It's like, oh,
that is the best movie.
It was always him.
That was a great movie.
Or Saw, because then Jigsaw turned out to be in the room. There's always him the whole time. So like either way, that would be awesome to see. He was a whole mastermind behind this whole thing. I would like to see that. I know Stacey don't want to say that
because it's a form of torture.
It is.
Yeah. So Carson is into torture.
So he set this up so his evil ass wife can get knocked up by some random boxer.
Maybe he didn't want it to go that far. Maybe he didn't want it to go that far, and it went that far.
Yeah. But now he's trying to drill into all of them. But like he's you're right. It's a masterful job because all these people are just completely crazy at his whim. You know what I'm saying? And nothing they do is their own. Everything is somehow Indian goes back to Geo Trust, and they're like, how is that even possible?
It's some type of government conspiracy.
It has to be. I would bet you with all he is an IT guy. So maybe he's been setting this up for all those business trips and everything.
Doesn't make sense because in season 1 they had a lighting company. Remember, he was looking at the lights. He's like, "Yeah, I sell lights and da 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 da." And then season 2, he said him and Harvey worked together. Like, what the fuck was that about?
That's on Harvey. Don't do lights. And
then now he's like the super techie. So
maybe those were cover stories.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he worked with Harvey on this whole Geo Trust thing.
I don't know what Harvey does outside of pimping.
Right.
He's a board.
We don't know if Harvey's even dead.
That's why he's on the board of this big company. Who is he?
Exactly.
And why is he such an integral part of this whole conspiracy that Morgan doesn't want him killed?
And Walter still wants
briefcase.
And Walter still wants him dead. Where the fuck? Why?
Who the hell is Walter?
That's what I'm saying. And what did Connor do for Walter? Connor's gonna be dead, so who gives a fuck? Like, there's so many questions about Connor that probably ain't gonna matter because he's gonna be dead soon, and then he'll be reincarnated somehow once his consciousness gets put into, like, I don't know, a dog or something.
Maybe he'll be back as a woman enjoying Caroline's throuple.
That's what I'm saying. Caroline needs to hold it, just fuck the other ones, so she just be like, I did everybody, and I just tasted.
That's Sawyer. He just need to hit Sensoray and make the cycle complete because he screwed all over.
Yes. Sensoray, and then it will be done, right? Damn. And Connor, she has to fuck Connor, right? Oh, Connor's dead. I'm sorry, Connor's dead. So if she does Sensoray, then it'll be fine. And Ambrose just for no reason, she just tag them both. It's fine. Next fight should just be like, let's just
maybe Ambrose, Sensoray, and Deandra will be the next throuple.
Well, once you
I don't think Deandra wants to be a throuple. She
I think she'll do it for Dallas. If she get Dallas back, she'll do it for Dallas. Because she wasn't into Carson.
That's what it was. She was like,
because she know Carson is crazy, and she's waiting for him to put his hand around her throat.
She crazy too. She's a different type of crazy. That's both.
They're two different types of crazy.
But one's illegal and one's just creepy. You know what I'm saying?
It's not illegal if they consent.
All right. Okay. See,
I was on Twitter after midnight and there was a video.
Okay.
Right. The guy had a tub full of water. He bent the girl over and was doing it doggy style, and he was dunking her head in the water. And she was just, people are into this shit.
Okay, look, dunking head underwater, all right, does not result into ovaries destroyed. Like, I'm not talking about
that was 9 years ago. He found the Lord. You can't hold him for that.
I'm just saying, you are trying to compare like S&M in couples.
No, I'm comparing consent to consent.
That's extremes. I just
took the drugs, someone in the water. She wanted the money. Harvey told her, "This man is worse than me," and she was struggling with Harvey. But he said, "This man is worse than me, but he'll pay you way more than I can pay you. Are you down?" And she was like, "Yep." There you go.
All right.
So Carson had to be sticking stuff in Sensoray.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because he specifically said he wasn't going to impact her ability to work. And she needs all of that to work.
You don't need to have babies. You don't need ovaries to anyway. We're going down the road. We read this before. All right.
You need a uterus to have a baby for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like your vagina you can still use that vagina whether the ovaries and uterus works out.
It's been poked and
again. So I mean that actually makes it easier because you have to wear a condom because she can't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just saying like it's not like it's closed up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm saying it does not stop her ability to be a sex worker. That's what I'm saying. And depending on the situation, it could be a positive.
No. If you have a damaged uterus, when you have sex, if you get scar tissue. So when you have sex, that hurts. And if he made her uterus flip, uterus can flip. And if they flip, doggy style will break you. You will be like, yeah.
So I see. So it's a damaged place, but still a place.
Yeah.
Also, and there's other. We're really going down the wrong track. The point is, we'll be here for season 4 because you don't want to get me started on this. Thank you guys very much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Thank everybody who joined us in the live chat.
For my predictions.
Yeah, you didn't ask Stacy. I'd like to hear Stacy's prediction.
What's up, Stacy? I'm sorry.
Yes.
We were going down the whole throuple and vaginas and stuff.
I expect the throuple. I expect Papa Pope to appear with Skynet and the whole AI system that's running this shit.
You'll see.
Skynet. Terminator Ambrose's face is going to come off and we'll see like the metal.
It'll be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, fuck, how'd you pull it off? It's a black Terminator.
T-9000 or whatever it was.
Yes, it was T-1000. But that was a Patrick something. It was the skinny one. But like, I want to see. That's what I want to see. Also, side note, they need a black Terminator. I mean, it may be just because remember, OJ was supposed to be Terminator.
Michael B. Jordan.
He's getting too much shine. He's getting too much shine.
Ooh, that would be great though. I could.
Yeah, especially I guess for y'all because at some point they gotta be naked, right? That's how the Terminators come through, right? So they gotta be butt ass naked. I didn't write the script. It's like it's in the script. What you want me to do?
I have no problem with that. No.
So I'm thinking.
Oh, Tyreek from the other show. What's up?
Oh, Tyreek. Oh, Lance Gross.
I don't know the actor's real name. Not the black dude we're going to talk about and all our kind of people.
That's Lance Gross. That's Tyreek.
Yeah.
Dark skin. Yeah. Sexy.
Yeah. What's up, Stacey?
So the people that may be behind this are like characters that we don't predict, like people who aren't the main characters. So the daddy that just disappeared, that Match made this whole situation. And also when I went back, what is his name? Sawyer. Sawyer's
people call him the boxer.
Right. Sawyer's trainer.
Yeah.
Is Caroline's uncle. That's how they met. He was training them. He was like, oh, I'm training her. Let me introduce her to her. That's how they met. So maybe he has something to do with it. Maybe he like
put it all together
for the Geo Trust.
He works for Carson. Carson's in charge.
He's not orchestrating this.
Carson's in charge.
No, he isn't.
He's in charge. He's the only one smart one on this team and can speak.
And why is everybody listening to him?
Exactly.
Like, because he is smart.
Just because he went to college and can put some sentences together. Because they ain't gonna be Connor, I tell you that. Or Sawyer. That's not neither one of them. Also, the sex is that the man has to be elite. But it's like, he was like, hey, so Sawyer's like, I write.
Damn play.
He said something about them. Didn't he? Sawyer said something about that his play is out there. Didn't he say that?
No, he said he went to the theater that it was going to be presented and like he was happy to sit there, but unlike Caroline who had her fake fight, and Sensory who had her fake art showing, he didn't have a fake play yet.
Oh, okay, but that's coming. I guess
it's coming. Supposedly it's coming. Yeah, but he said in the theater or whatever. But no, he hasn't got it. And we don't know what it's about or whatever. Did anybody know? Did you know what it's about?
I don't remember. It's probably about them.
You're like, and they tell my crazy ass story.
Lawyers behind it all. It's the play.
He's definitely not smart enough for that.
If you make it him, that would be terrible. That would be a horrible twist.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I would Deandra would be behind the whole thing.
Yeah, I'd rather. And her wig was fantastic this time. The entire show, her wig was fabulous. I mean, it was curl perfect. She looked really good with that wig. Was really nice, really nice. And Caroline's hair looked really nice too.
We're just prepping for the next video. Because it's a lot of black hair discussions we're about to have. But
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Stacey? What's up, Stacey?
Maybe it's the mother, the mama and the daddy. Sensory's mama and daddy.
Are they dead? They're dead. Mom's dead. No.
It never said she died. She said.
I'm talking about Deandra's
She
mom.
said her mom left her dad because when they were arguing, she said that's why mom left you or whatever. So she left. And
maybe it's Maggie.
What?
Maybe Maggie's playing crazy.
Baby, it's all a game. It's all a game.
All a game.
She's like, she knew that the baby monitor was recording her, so she was talking random shit. No. They actually showed her breakdown. No, she really is fucked. Like they showed that's legit. Sorry. Unless that's her dark passenger, like Dexter. And she's like,
yeah,
like that.
So her mama's her dark passenger.
Oh, that'd be wild. That should be wild. Her father just left.
Uncle Harvey was her father.
Whose father?
Wow, that was.
Oh, Caroline. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that'd be wild.
All of them got to be tied to Harvey in some shape, fashion, or form, some kind of way.
If he's even still alive, and then
but like other shows we watching, nobody knows their daddy. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I was that daddy. I'm trying to figure out. Hey, all you need is photos. Be like, hey, you look just like so and so. So there you go.
At least this show they actually did a paternity test that we never saw. We're supposed to take the crazy lady's word for it.
But I got the right daddy. Do you got the right? You got the daddy you chose. That's what you got. You got the daddy, and none of those men said, "Let me see the results." They just took her word for it. What the fuck? Caroline didn't say, "Let me see the results before you try to take my husband from me." Maybe she just want to have sex. I think it's what Caroline just didn't want to have sex with Maggie. So she wasn't like, you know what, y'all leave. She wasn't like, we could all just be together because she was mad at Maggie, right? She wasn't like, hey, you know what, girl, boy, let's just work this shit out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to leave. I'm all about unconditional free love, right? As long as somebody's doing it to me. Anyway. She don't want to be alone. Yeah, she clearly has some abandonment issues that we probably need to get into. And that's probably a thing too.
Zachary is asking, are y'all going to do Oval season 3?
Yes, we will do Oval season 3 in a couple weeks because we got to see what happened to this wannabe scandal show.
Yeah. I forgot he's coming back.
Yeah, man. Tyler Perry don't stop. I mean, good or bad, he keeps on coming.
Well, he's not ruthless. What the heck is that?
Supposedly November. I'm telling you, man. I think they're like, he was like, fuck it. I gotta focus on the Oval for a little bit. It's kind of like Ruthless Light. It's Ruthless Light. I mean, it's some same actors. So. But don't worry about Zach. We'll still be here for Tyler. Because Tyler's still here for us. Craig Ross is a much better writer by far. Yeah. If he would have wrote All the Queen's Men, it actually would have been good. Or the next show we're about to do. So anyway, we will say thank you everyone for joining us again in the live stream. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We're doing very well. We certainly do appreciate it. But if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like on the video, comment on the video, share the video, join. When we going to start the next review? You want to? I need to go to the bathroom.
Break.
Mm-hmm. All right, mine too.
3:50, 3:45, 3:45. All right, 3:45 Eastern Standard Time. Please come back as we shit on, at least I will, Our Kind of People, season 1, episode 2. Oh, it will get shit. Because I was like, what is happening right now? Too many times I had to ask myself that question. But anyway, thank you guys very much. And I'm just going to hang up on